Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. Cordero Patterson to return it, bringing it out of the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21.
Here we go. 10 cycles.
Now the fourth-round pick out of Georgia, Zamir White. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Ready?
They keep it on the ground. White again. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21. This defense for the Niners, they were very strong last week in the win over Carolina.
And what I saw on film was a nearly unstoppable pass rush. 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries given up. So now what do you do on offense? You just max protect, keep everyone in and run the ball, or maybe just 1 or 2 receiver routes in order to try and keep your quarterback upright.
Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
That was their first third down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key third down throws.
Taking it about the 36. Nice work on the return as he gets about 15 yards back. And the Niners set up well. They take over 1st and 10 on the short side of the field.
Ready, go. Ready?
Play action. Now it's Lance. They'll roll him out right. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. So, Charles, you look at this offense. So what a start to the season. 5 wins without a loss. When do you think that you start believing that maybe you're in the midst of something special?
Well, you and I both know every head coach never wants that thought to creep into a locker room. But the truth of the matter is, not quite at this time, because if we look at the Steelers in 2020, they're a great example. Remember, they started 11-0, then lost 5 of 6 and went out in the first round. But I think if you get toward mid-November, the Thanksgiving time frame, and you're still doing this, that's when things start to get real for a ball club.
Back to the ground on first. It's McCaffrey. Takes this to the 32, maybe the 31, and then the defense rallying quickly after that broken tackle. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. Now Lance on the option right. Now that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down. But sometimes that option can get bogged down before the gears really even get into motion, and I think that's what we saw there.
And I think what he saw defensive end right in his face, because he looked up and he was right there. Didn't even have a chance to get going.
Throwing his Lance on 3rd down. And that is incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
Here we go, back.
And they'll go for it. Lance. That's complete, left side to Gray. And he is going to have the Niners 1st down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. It's a pickup of 19. And that leads to a San Francisco 1st down. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be second and a couple.
I do think it's fair to say that they were caught off guard a little bit when he decided not to throw it on first down. But give them credit. They recovered in time to deny him the first down yardage. But it's only second and short. So that run is still likely to lead to a new set of downs.
To throw again on second down. Lance. Got a man right side. It's McCaffrey. And he's going to be taken down right at the line. Play number 9 set to come here on the drive on 3rd and 2. They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And he has the first down before he's tackled at the 5. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough. A stop there on 3rd. They could have held him to 3 on this opening drive. Now they have to bow their necks on 1st and goal.
And if I'm looking at this from the offense's point of view, that's a big-time pickup right there. And I go right at him with another momentum play. Go quickly and attack them, because right now they probably have their heads down a little bit since they didn't stop him on 3rd down.
No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
Now that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater. He just made a great play there.
Now the number 8 rusher in the NFL last season, it's Elijah Mitchell. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on 3rd and goal. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up the 4th down. Here's Lance. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out. So they'll go ahead and accept the penalty.
Here we go.
Back to throw now in his own end zone. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
There's a lot about that play you can easily see coming. Backed up in the shadow of their own goal line, you know they're going to face pressure.
He's lucky his arm was going forward. It was close, but it was going forward.
Yeah, it could have been a safety or even given up a defensive touchdown.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll throw again from their own end zone. And complete to Drake London. And they're going to get this all the way out past the 20. Rookie to rookie on the hook up there, and it's a 1st down. They go with White on the counter. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3. Now that play's stopped by Drake Jackson. No score after 1 on EA Sports.
Ready.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They stay on the ground with White. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
But now they're in a spot that every team tells us when we have our production meetings they don't want to be in, 3rd and long. And that's because those back-to-back running plays just didn't accomplish a whole lot.
Here we go. Here we go.
An extra DB for the 49ers now on 3rd. They'll look to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Talanoa Hufanga. And the Niners are going to take possession of the football. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They fake the handoff. Now Lance sliding out of the pocket. And he will find his man Samuel. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
Partner, find me a star more on the rise than Deebo Samuel after last season. Wide receiver, running back, kick returner. This man does it all for the San Francisco 49ers. Ranked third in the league in all-purpose yardage and deservedly made first-team All-Pro. Building on that with a first down here.
A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
That was all about the defender making life difficult for the receiver. Very tough for a guy to hold on to the football through all that contact. He ends up forcing the incompletion.
And this offense on third down today, just 1 for 3 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
This defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up 4th down.
Lance and company going on 4th down. And it's intercepted at the goal line. And the Falcons are going to get the ball back on the turnover. They hold on 4th and goal. Well, they were so close to the goal line, Charles. 4th down, they figure out we'll go for it. But the decision to pass winds up being a bad one with that interception.
Well, I think you said it really well. They may have just figured we're this close, we may as well go for it. Or they had a plan right from the beginning coming into this game to be aggressive. In any event, it didn't work out for them.
Trying to find some space to operate, and now they'll have it. A gain of 12, a big first down to get away from the end zone.
Drill 52. Ready?
Back to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. The Falcons in a very solid 4-1 here in the early part of the year. And they coming on a pretty good roll here. Winners of 3 straight.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Over the middle and gets it to Patterson. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
Okay, ready?
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
97.
They'll try to pick this up on the ground with White. Room here to run. And now off to the races down the right side. Touchdown, Falcons. After a fairly uneventful first quarter, that last play, that'll make a few highlight clips.
It certainly will, and you're exactly right. The first quarter almost felt like a feeling out process, didn't it? Both teams, okay, what are we going to do? Looks like they ramped things up just a little bit to start the second quarter.
Point after here coming up. And oh, he clanks it off the right upright, and it's no good. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And a close game like this, Charles, those interceptions like they had on the last drive could be costly. But here they've got another opportunity to seize control of this game.
And they better take advantage of it, because otherwise, if they end up losing by 1 score, they'll relive this over and over and over until they have another opportunity to wipe it away.
To throw again on second down, Lance. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Off of play action, here's Lance. Escaping the pressure right. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
I think it's safe to say that he's made some questionable decisions out there so far. Forced some throws into tight coverage. He's already been picked off in this game. 4th down now, but he's fortunate on that one. Not to have another turnover on his ledger.
Lance to throw for it on 4th down. That's complete. It's Brandon Ayuk. And he is going to have a 49ers first down on a well-designed play there. That gets him 16 to move the chains. Now Lance again. This will be caught. It's Samuel. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. A good pickup there at 22. A great job there, Charles, just to hold on, absorb that contact. I guess that's the risk you take catching the ball toward the middle of the field.
It is, and if you're going to gain yardage, you're going to have to go there at some point. But how about the read, okay? The eyes of that play, stepping out from the middle of the field and really making a big hit. Did not get free, but boy, that's a tough area to go into when you're going into his spot. And a nice gain and a broken tackle along the way, and really we shouldn't be surprised, should we? That's what runners do, especially the best ones. They break tackles and gain extra yardage.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. They'll come up now on 2nd and a yard. Here's Lance to throw it. That's complete out left to Ayuk. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Lance finding Ayuk there for a Niner first.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
On 2nd down, McCaffrey. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Remember, as they try to run the ball down here, Charles, this is the number 2 rush defense in the league.
So do you accept the challenge up front? Do you get your offensive line together, get your tight end in the ball game and say, I don't care that they're number 2. Let's go ahead and show them that we can run the ball anyway? Or do you do the best thing and throw the darn thing and try and get in the end zone?
Maybe that's wiser. And able to haul it in is Kittle. And just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the 1. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And in a lot of ways, that catch is expected. Red zone presence, and that one was realized there. You've got to find your tight end in that situation.
And Lance now to throw. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
This is certainly a team that has proven it likes to target its backs through the air and defensively. They were aware of that and certainly were prepared on that throw.
2nd down and goal. Lance. That's caught at the 3. And this will result in them losing yardage back to the 3. The Falcons going to use the 2nd of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. So it's 3rd and goal, and now the question, can this Falcon defense stand tall once more? Now Lance. And it's complete. In the end zone, touchdown 49ers. Christian McCaffrey, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Niners are an extra point away from moving out in front in the final minute of the half. Lance going to try to throw for this. And this is going to be hauled in. So they get the 2-point conversion. And now they have an 8-6 lead. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. From his end zone, here comes Patterson. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. And with them trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get into field goal range. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. And the 49ers are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line.
A tough adjustment to the NFL throughout his rookie season, and his problem with turnovers is only exacerbated by his early showing today. That's a couple for him here in this first half, and he's cleared the double-digit mark for the entire season.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. And Lance going to throw. Able to find Gray here. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. From midfield, here's Lance. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Richie Grant. And the Falcons are going to have the football here at their own 18-yard line. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
That one almost intercepted, but it's incomplete. Not a good throw there, and it'll be 2nd down.
But no kneeling for them. They decided they weren't going to run out the clock. They decided to take their shot downfield, hoping to either make a connection or a pass interference call. They wanted more points to put on the board.
And obviously not fooling anybody here as they stop him behind the line of scrimmage. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. They're backed up here. Tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. Once again, they'll keep it on the ground. And he's going to get this to about the 20, but that is well short of what he needed. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say, we'll see what happens. So on now is the Clemson man, Bradley Pinion, to punt this one away. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime.
Okay, break.
A final shot before half for Lance. Throw right side is going to be caught by Samuel. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield. So we've hit halftime at an entertaining first half. 8-6 is our score. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. It's the 49ers out in front, and they will get the football first as well as we are back and started in the second half. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And despite the turnovers, Charles, and they had multiple in that first half, they still have the lead as they begin this third quarter.
And they probably heard some conflicting tones at the half, don't you think? A lot of praise for what they did to get this lead, but also a little bit of scolding because they got to take better care of the football in the second half. But you and I both know the great leaders, they know how to give that little bit of vinegar in there and cover it with a big dose of honey.
2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a third here, and it's good for a first.
Watch out now. 52.
Lance looking to throw it. Right side, and he finds Gray. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary, figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Lance now on first down. Looking sideline, incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try to pick up another first down.
Going for it all. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by A.J. Terrell. And the Falcons are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And their defense did its job, forcing the takeaway there to start the half, and now can the offense follow suit?
And you'd better believe that one side of the ball feeds off the work of the other, so they'll want to come out, establish some rhythm, and go down and take the lead.
From the 22, here's 2nd and 8. Back to throw here. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. They'll set up a throw. Caught left side, it's Beckham. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. First catch there for OBJ, and that good for a first down.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation. The defense was ready for the back to leak out and even had a second player waiting to double him up. If you're going to commit to doubling a back, you better prevent a completion, but give him credit. Extra determination, extra effort, turn it into a successful play.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 109 yards rushing now for the NFL leader coming into this ballgame. A couple of first downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on first down. Ritter's throw complete. This is London. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. Four yards remain for second down.
52 blaster.
They run straight ahead here with White. They find some open field here. Touchdown, Falcons.
That's a good-looking rookie right there. I love how he let the play set up and then showed that explosiveness that I saw on tape in college. Remember I showed you the clip of what he was doing and setting up blocks, and then he would just go? We saw it on that play right there. That one was fun to watch.
Koo now for the point after. And he atones for his miss the first time around as this one is up and good to extend their lead. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. As this offense takes the field against CD. Remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in the second half. And they're going to get this up to midfield.
As a passer, you're always trying to find that open window to throw the ball downfield. How about this one? Right in the middle of the field, right in the heart of a defense.
Here we go, set.
Off left tackle, it's McCaffrey. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. 18 yards, first down Niners.
Well, as we've learned over the years, just because a guy plays left tackle doesn't mean he doesn't have run blocking abilities. And we just saw it there. Controlled the line of scrimmage, created a big gain.
That's kind of a bonus. He's there to protect that high value that you have back under center, but he creates space in the run game.
Yeah, not only can he dance, he can mash too. Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a third down. Well, for that being an option play, there really weren't too many options available for him, were there?
No, there weren't, and at least he was able to get back to the line of scrimmage, so he didn't lose anything, but you're exactly right. Nowhere to go.
Third down, here's McCaffrey, and he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. We have played 3 quarters. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. And now they'll throw with Lance. Touchdown! Danny Gray from 21 yards away. And the 49ers answer back with a touchdown of their own to take a fourth quarter lead. Plenty of scoring here of late, and our lead changes hands now in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, they just gave up a touchdown at the other end, so they knew that with time getting short, they had to put something together here, and they were able to do so and retake the lead right back.
McCaffrey will try to run it in, and he will not get there. He comes up short, and they're unable to push this lead to a field goal as it'll remain a one-point game. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. Patterson going to bring this out of the end zone. And he will make it back to the 15, and that's it. Good coverage there by the kick team.
Let's go now.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. We certainly have a good one on our hands. They're trailing after that last touchdown, but now a chance for this offense to try to snag that lead right back here in the fourth quarter. And a really good show of force there as he gets through for 4 tough yards.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, You have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
On second down, they'll run with White. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. He's having a big game running the football, but that one will hurt the yards per carry a little bit.
Yeah, but the average he's got so far, that's the type of average he wants to take with him to contract negotiations, doesn't he?
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And that ball incomplete, nearly intercepted. Took a chance with that one. It'll lead to a 4th down. Here's Bradley Pinion now as he's on to punt for Atlanta. Returnable here from the 38. A 39-yard punt, a return of 5. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10.
Here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Their defense got the stop, force the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. Give them 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Throwing now is Lance. And this pass caught by Gray. And the tackle going to be made at the 38. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. From the shotgun to McCaffrey. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. That play doomed from the start thanks to the defensive effort of Grady Jarrett.
I think sometimes when you're trying to get after the quarterback, maybe it's better to be lucky than great, because I think on that one he's just trying to get upfield and rush the passer. Instead, the tackle for the loss landed right in his lap.
And he will find his man Samuel. And that's going to be good for another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Falcons 16. That one goes for 24 yards.
Here we go.
Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. McCaffrey on the counter. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Able to stay in bounds, so the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in. And all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is, first guy there, hold him up. Second, third guy in, rake at the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover because one more score, and this game's over.
Check White. Ready?
2nd down and right back to McCaffrey. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. 91 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Oh, that's good decision-making right there. Understood down in distance. Knew it wasn't 3rd down, and he still had another opportunity to earn the 1st down. Good job throwing it away and avoiding an interception.
So it's 3rd and goal, and now the question, can this Falcon defense stand tall once more? He'll buy some time right. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. And the Falcons are right back in this football game.
Have you ever heard the story of Icarus in mythology? That's the guy who flew too close to the sun and had his wings melted. That was our guy right there. Keeps pressing it and pressing it. Finally, on that throw, he paid the price with that turnover.
A little jet sweep to start the drive. And he'll be upended here after a pickup of 3, getting it out to the 25. 4th quarter, 2 minutes on the clock in a tight 1-point game. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. They come up on a second down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire. Here's a 2nd and 7. That's caught by Pitts, and they're able to get this one across the 35. Ritter on target to Pitts for a Falcon first down. He'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
They'll look to throw. London holds this one in, and this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46. I tell you, it has not been his best day throwing the football. He really needs to piece something together here.
All will be forgiven if he leads them into the end zone.
Back to throw. Got his man. It's London. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. They will run with White out of the shotgun. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
Now a give up the middle. This is White. The tackle by Eric Armstead. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
But that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they showed passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
And he stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on 3rd down. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. If they get nothing else here on 3rd down, it'd be a 53-yard attempt from this spot.
17. Next red. Hut. Ready?
Opting to run again here with White. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And as the 2 teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. And this kick is not going to get there. It's short and no good. And that'll keep this a 1-point game.
Yeah, Brandon, that's a tough distance with the game on the line because you'd like to give your kicker better odds than that. Anything 50-plus, we know it's going to be difficult. And that one proved to be just a little too difficult. And now it appears it's going to cost them the football game.
Meanwhile, Lance's throw caught by Gray. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop him with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
Now Lance. Got a man right side. It's McCaffrey. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they stop him with 22 ticks to go in the 4th. 2nd and 5. Now it looks like he'll throw here. Forced out to his left. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
And another long drive from the offense, but the defense is denying them the end zone. Nothing to show for the last drive offensively. They can't come away empty-handed again.
after the sack, Lance and the Niners staring up here at a 3rd and long.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
Oh, he'll look downfield for Kittle.
And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown.
Well, he's regarded as one of the best athletes among NFL tight ends, Charles, and it certainly was on display right there.
And as we've seen this league continue to grow and develop, I think the tight end position is becoming harder and harder to defend because now it's elite athletes playing that position, not just the big guys who can block. How about his ability to get downfield and make plays against any defense?
Oh, I was just about to say he hadn't missed an extra point all season, but there it is. His first miss, no good. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. Fields it right around the goal line. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30.
The Falcons take over first down at their own 28-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And the way their last drive ended, boy, it was frustrating. They had a pretty good drive going. It was sustained, and then it stalled out, Charles.
And that's caught inside the 30.
And they'll work this down inside the 30. And a fun, close ball game comes to an end. On that last play, Charles, they were on the wrong side of midfield. They needed something near a miracle, and they couldn't get it done.
Yeah, the effort, that was good. Very good, in fact. They were just a little too far out to get a decent look at the end zone for that last opportunity. Couldn't get it done, but a nice game overall.
So for the 49ers, they remain as hot as anyone, 6-0 now through the first month and a half. And they'll return home next week to take on the Kansas City Chiefs. Meanwhile, for Atlanta, the loss will drop them to 4-2 on the year. And they'll try to turn things around next week as they have a matchup in Cincinnati against the Bengals.